Hey, it's H here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis with Elliott Wave Theory for SP500. Starting with 1 hour time frame here and looking at the scenarios again from these lows of around 13th of October. Since then again we have had quite a few different ideas for this structure here, but again if we want to be thinking about the similarities between all the indices, of which Dow is definitely the most bullish of them all, taking out these highs of August already. And while Nasdaq and S&P 500 has risen up higher, they have yet to take out these highs. We had two different ideas overall in this one, where either we had this as the start of a connector wave structure for a larger W, X and Y coming down, or this would be the connector wave already done here. Now, as the Dow has taken out already these highs here, it is making this count less probable. However, again, it is not impossible, because again, some of the indices do have different charts, at least on the more local structures. But again, not sure if they are ready to deviate this much from each other on these types of scales, right? So what do we have actually here on the more local scale is a few different options. Again, if we are thinking that this is still part of this structure, the idea would be that we would be looking to get a 5-way structure here. Now, at the moment, I don't have any count that is saying that we have a 5-way structure here, because again, this looks very overlapping. All of these wave structures are basically inside of each other and overlapping. All of this is happening constantly. So that is not really impulsive looking, right? So instead, I do think that if we have this as a 3-way structure like so, we would have this as a WXY instead. So we have quite a few different ideas here. Let me go through those. This one is the first ABC, where we had this as an A wave, looking for B wave, and then C wave here. This was the more bullish one, in which we had a 1, 2, 3, 4 already complete, and then another 1, 2. Now on Friday, as we had another potential 1, 2 here, this is making it even less likelier. Again, this was one of the least likely scenarios of them all. I don't like it. Let's go to next one. Then we had this one, where we had an A, B, and then C. This is a bit more probable, where the wave 1, 2, 3, and while the wave 4 is kind of long, and well, is really long in comparison to wave 2, is still kind of okay. We have yet to take out the 38.2 here on the retracement for that wave 4, and yeah, it has just wasted quite a lot of time here before another pump up higher. So this could have ended the wave C. There is of course a possibility where this is a wave 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5. But again, that is not that likely. There is of course a possibility where we are going to be just taking out these current highs here more locally and then dump. I don't really see a good looking structure for that though, unfortunately at this moment. So I do keep this as my main still. The issue with this count is, however, I don't really see us a very clear structure coming down. Most of the indices have some kind of 3-way structure coming down, very clear one, and this drop definitely was recovered during the Friday session. So, of course, all of this was very overlapping as well, this climb up higher. So there is not really definite structure at this moment, other than these higher time frame ones for these 3-way structures. So I still like this at the moment. Probably my main at the moment. Contracting diagonal, where we had a wave 1 as a contracting diagonal as well. 2, 3, 4, and 5 has to be basically ending here. I don't really see this being a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. While it is possible, of course, it is very unlikely. Even unlikelier would be that we would have a diagonal here, because again we had 1 here. So having 2 diagonals inside a diagonal here where we have 5 waves, it doesn't make sense. So this again lowers already the probabilities of this count while it is still valid. Then we had a couple of different WXY counts, where the first structure here would be a W, then we would be looking for an X wave here. Now this is still somewhat proportionate and somewhat okay looking. The thing is that we have an invalidation level around 41.37. You can see it here as well. So this is the 1.618 retracement of this wave A here. And if we go beyond that, then I don't think this is very likely. It's just not giving out the good look anymore, right? Or the right look. The expectation here was a wave C. However, again, as we have created this three-way structure from the current highs that we had around 41.10, again, not the best scenario or the best start for wave C. Of course, we could have this as a wave 1 or wave 1 of a diagonal, or just a WXY, and this would be wave 1 of that diagonal, and then we could get another rise 3, 4, 5 and create some kind of diagonal in here just to take out these lows of A. Again, that is the primary idea here, to get some kind of wave down and get this X wave in before rising for that wave Y. This is still okay looking. Again, clear invalidation, very close-ish. Then we had this another WXY, where we had this as a W, 3 ways into X, W, X, and then looking for this as a wave Y. I don't really like this. Proportions wise, it is not good at all. Wave W here is so much smaller than these waves. Oh, sorry, this wave Y here. Basically, these subwave structures are very similar to this size, so it is making more sense that we have this kind of count where we shift the wave W up in here instead of in here, because again, all the similar structures here, they are very similar in size, so I definitely feel like they should be treated to the same degree. I'm not saying that this is again impossible, but very unlikely. At the moment, I do kind of like this count, and I think we've this one here, where we would have already finished this. So both of these are looking down, and I am still short from these tops here, where we took out the high and then came down a bit. But we'll see. Of course, nothing can be for sure, but that is how I'm going to be playing it. If you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes. Link to my free Discord server in the description below, and for now I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you next video. Bye bye.